I recently got asked to make a video about my art studies and just give like tips that I learned. And I'm more than happy to oblige. So this is kind of an art study. It's also an illustration. How I did this is that I blocked out all the colors using the Astro Head or Astrio Head. I'm not exactly sure how to say it, but I used that to help me block out all the colors. And then after I blocked out all the colors, I started like going in with all the detail, blending, things like that. Another art study I did is this. I just looked at the colors, the hues. I tried to just block in all the colors. Try to make it as simple as you can. I tend to make things more complicated than they actually are. My bad habit as an artist is putting in all the detail before like I actually like finish the actual thing. This a common thing that I hear from a lot of professional artists who give me advice is to focus on my form and not just the details, because the form is the most important part, because details are just details, you know. You need the actual like subject present before you actually start going in with all like the rendering and things like that, you know. So here are my art studies. Here's a fabric study I did. I can do better. There's a lot of like improvements that could be made and things like that. I mostly just practice boxes. Just spend an entire month just drawing boxes. I spend like an hour like per day just doing boxes to practice my form in 3D shapes. 3D shapes are really important. What helped me the most was shifting my thinking from 2D to 3D. Like for example, I stopped using 2D shapes to sketch. I started using 3D shapes because something that helped me a lot was I read somewhere that when drawing, you're not drawing 2D, you're drawing 3D on a 2D plane, which helped improve a lot. Some other art studies I did it with one of my friends. Most of these are just boxes. I did a lot of perspective too. There is some like anatomy study. Most of my anatomy study are in my art notes. These like take me like around an hour to do per one, I think. As you can see, this is like mostly anatomy is like head shape, just like spheres. I did studying on spheres too. This is basically a lot of like different shapes and also cylinders. And then I also have some more on IBIS Paint. I switched recently. These are like art studies I did before I switched. I read somewhere that it's good to like try to overlap the boxes together, so I tried doing that. I did the same here. Mostly just did like just taking notes and just like learning a lot of stuff, but I really need to do like more practice with like fabric and bodies and things like that, because I've mostly just been focusing on 3D form and like 3D shapes and squares and being able to draw like 3D shapes, because I feel like that's the most important part. You need to be able to draw basic 3D shapes before you can draw like a 3D realistic head. Yeah, you need to be able to understand 3D shapes before you can even attempt something complicated as the human head. My final tip would be just to focus on form and 3D shapes. If you don't already, I feel like your art will improve by a lot more once you do. I'm currently taking a little break. I spent like 3 months just straight art study, so I think I deserve like a little break, just processing the information. I tried going back onto the grind. I think I just need more time. I will obviously be drawing, but I'll be drawing like more like stylized things. I'll still be doing like art studies, but not like every single day like I used to. I eventually will go back to studying every single day, but right now I just need to like calm down a little bit. I don't think it's a good idea to keep pushing myself, because then I'm worried that I'll just stop doing art forever. So I think a little break is needed, but I will be making a lot of stuff still, because I still love doing art. But I really hope this helps the person who asked for this video. I hope you have a great day. Bye!